So here we go, 10 rounds or fewer in the light heavyweight division. Whittaker in the beige, Cameron in the black. Cameron with that tight guard. He's got a simple method. There's nothing flashy about him. There doesn't seem to be too much all that special, but when you look at the all-round package, he's a fighter who knows who he is and what he is. He will take that space, he will creep in, he will block and ride those punches, and when he's close enough, he will let his hands go and look to bring that kind of heat that Whittaker struggled to deal with when they met in Riyadh.
There's a nice right hand for the body from Whittaker there.
Just got that right hand in round the back of the guard there, Whittaker as well. Looking for the overhand right. Half-court Whittaker round the back of the head. Whittaker setting his feet and putting some gas on that right hand.
Whittaker's looking nice and relaxed to start off with. He's just getting behind that jab, picking his other shots off it. Not looking for anything too big at the moment.
And his punches look sharp and crisp. You know, he's even placing them to the body up. He's not, there's no slow coming back. No. Very sharp.
I feel that Cameron looks a little bit tense, to be fair. A couple of times he's thrown a slow left hook as he's stepping in, which is quite dangerous against a counter-puncher like Whittaker, who can come up with a sharp right hand over the top of that.
Foster just having a quiet word with Cameron about letting one go around the back of the head, which he did do. Into the final minutes of round one. Planting that jab. Trying to pierce that guard. Cameron stepping across, looking to let that right hand go. He will bring this pressure, as we said. He will creep in, keep coming in. He's not particularly explosive, doesn't have that burst of acceleration, but the pace, the tempo that he does bring is consistent.
That's a good right hand from Cameron. They call one back from Whittaker. Good response.
Yeah, just consistent, steady pressure from Cameron. That's what he'll be, just trying to get a little bit closer, round by round, and trying to keep Whittaker working harder than he wants to, hoping to catch up with him as the round fights go on.
Cameron's team will be expecting the first 3 rounds. Whittaker's going to be razor sharp, and he's going to be outboxed, and he's going to be taking shots. But it's about, can he tire him out down the stretch through the middle round?
Good opening round, though, from Whittaker. He'll be happy with that. Yeah, there's a good double jab. Right hand from Cameron.
But the response from Whittaker there on that, on the recoil,
sharp with the right hand.
In fact, he gets some good leverage in that right hand. I feel that Cameron's right hand was just, just caught him on the end of it, whereas Whittaker did get a lot of power in that one.
So into the second.
Yeah, I think all the punching from Whittaker was crisp. You know, it was sharp. There was nothing lazy when he was pulling the hand back after landing the shot. Going up and down nicely, head and body with the jab.
Cameron's going to make sure that he brings his feet in rather than reaching. Again, counter punching. When you're reaching, you overshoot yourself, and you're wide open for somebody like Whittaker to counter.
It's something he does tend to do, is come over the top of that front foot a bit. As you say, he needs to keep those feet underneath him. Left to the body there from Whittaker. He's looking to curl that right hand in round the back of the guard, because Cameron has got those gloves up to protect the front of the face, but maybe not so much round the back into the side of the head and the ear. Whittaker just comes off the ropes and grabs hold of Cameron. Quite obviously there, the referee gets in nice and quick.
A bit of blood coming from Cameron's nose there. Probably the effects of that jab from Whittaker.
That's a better looking jab from Cameron, just pops it out, bearing up the weight of shot there, Whittaker. Good right hand though from Cameron there. To southpaw briefly, looks to step in and find the left to the body. Having a bit more success in this round, Cameron.
The important thing for Cameron... Oh, that's a great right hand!
She's there from Whittaker, and he's rocked here, Cameron. He's in big trouble here. The referee is having a close look. His legs are not steady. He's sitting down on the ropes, and Cameron has been stopped here. Buster has jumped in and stopped the fight. He got him going, and he was on shaky legs at that point. And then you can make the case that the ropes kept him up in that red corner. The referee, though, let it go on a little bit longer, and then jumped in and stopped it. There's a little bit of commotion at ringside here. Andy Lee just getting a hold of Ben Whittaker. Cameron himself is looking to go and speak to Whittaker without any kind of malice there at all. There's an enormous amount of emotion flying around this ring. Lee Eaton up on the far side as well. Seem to take exception to something done in celebration. Is very difficult to see. The stoppage itself, though, Matt, let's get back to that, because that's the crucial issue here. It was a good shot that landed. Whittaker going around the ring now, just mocking the crowd slightly, asking them to raise their voices, because he didn't get the best reception when he came in here. He didn't get the best reception when his name was read out when he was in the ring. He looked a little bit surprised by that, but ultimately he has done the business here. We wondered whether that punch power would increase under Andy Lee, and it looks like it may well have done. What did you make of the stoppage?
I'd like to see it again. Initially, I thought it was a bit premature.
Watch his left leg.
But his legs definitely went. I mean, it was a good shot. His legs went, and he backed off quickly. Ben Whittaker sensed it, jumped on him, unloaded with hard shots. Didn't really, you know, it happened quick, and I'd like to see it again. But my first reaction was, oh, that was a bit soon. He should have given Cameron a bit longer to at least try and get back into it. To be honest, I've got to see it again.
Yeah,
I think Ben was going to do him anyway. I think he was going to stop him anyway, but I thought it was a bit premature. I do need to see it again.
It did. I know what you're saying. It did look premature, and at first I did think that, but it was in the barrage, not the initial shot. Obviously, the initial shot, his legs have gone. But when he gets backed up and he goes into the corner and he takes a couple of shots, his left leg actually kind of like kicks out in front of him and stiffens up. And I thought then he's completely gone. The leg's completely gone. So he was going to get knocked out pretty bad. I'm certain of that.
I think so too. I thought the ref maybe could let it go a couple of seconds longer, maybe. I need to see it again.
On first look, it does look like that. If you haven't seen the leg, if you don't see the leg, for me, I saw the leg kick out and I thought, oh.
I didn't see that.
Okay, we're going to get the final announcement first, and then we will have a look at the replay, so we don't leave these two hanging around in centre ring too long. What an explosive performance, so that was from Ben Whittaker. A Whittaker early stoppage is not a result that many people picked. Nobody I've spoken to this week thought that that would happen. It just goes to show anything can happen when that bell goes.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Howard Foster calls a stop to this contest at 1 minute 53 seconds of the second round. Declaring your winner by